break the stigma of mental health? Well, breaking the stigma around mental health starts with one extremely core shift. We stop treating mental health as something shameful or exceptional and start treating it as a normal part of being human. And everything else that I'm going to talk about today builds from that foundation. The stigma breaks when people feel safe to be honest. And that safety comes from culture, conversation, and consistent action. Normalizing talking about mental health. Silence is the soil where stigma grows. And when people hear others speak openly about mental health issues, it signals to others that it's safe to do the same. Share your own experiences when appropriate with other people. Use everyday language. I'm feeling overwhelmed. I'm talking to a therapist. I'm feeling depressed. Whatever the case is, just talk about it. Challenge jokes or comments that trivialize mental health. Those kinds of jokes and comments do nothing to help getting over the stigma of mental health. Replace judgment with curiosity. Stigma comes from misunderstanding, and curiosity dissolves that. Ask, how can I support you instead of assuming? And learn about conditions instead of relying on stereotypes. Stereotypes always have a grain of truth to them, but only a grain. And how small is a grain? It's very, very tiny, isn't it? The rest of it is not usually very accurate at all. And recognize that mental health struggles do not define a person. You wouldn't define somebody if they had a physical health issue, would you? If they broke their arm, you're going to say, oh, that's Steve over there with the broken arm. He's always got a broken arm, doesn't he? He's less than human. His self, worth and everything isn't as important as the rest of us because we don't have broken arms. We're normal. Of course not. You wouldn't do that. So don't define somebody else that has a mental health struggle like that either. And model healthy behavior. People learn from what they see. So take breaks when you need them. Self-care, I've talked about this on this channel, is so important. Set boundaries for yourself. I've also talked about that. It's okay. It's a healthy thing to do. We need to have boundaries. Not having boundaries is not healthy, and that's not going to be good for your mental health nor your physical health. And seek support when you need it without apologizing for it. There's nothing wrong with that. We all need support sometimes. We can't do life all by ourselves. We're not meant to do it all by ourselves. We need each other. And when we need support, that's okay. And that's healthy to recognize it and to act on that. And this will show other people that caring for mental health is normal. It's not a weakness. Life is hard. And when we have our struggles, it's okay. You're not weak for having a struggle. And encourage professional support without shame. There's no shame in needing professional support. Therapy should feel as normal as going to the doctor. Frame therapy as a strength, not a crisis. Share positive experiences with counseling. And remind others that support is a tool. It's not a failure. There's nothing wrong with taking care of your mental health. And if you need professional support, go for it. That's what it's there for. Utilize that. Not utilizing it when you need it is where the shame can lie. Because that mental health issue that you may have, if it goes untreated, it can grow. And just like you would, get help, like I said, if it were a medical issue, you need to do that with mental health too. If you were having kidney pain, you wouldn't ignore it. If you had a broken arm, like I said, you wouldn't ignore it. So take care of yourself mentally as well as physically. Because remember, like I've spoken about before, your mental health is also tied to your physical health. The two are not separate issues. And change the way we talk about struggles. Language shapes perception, doesn't it? Avoid calling people crazy, weak, or dramatic because they're not. Use person-first language. A person experiencing depression. Validate emotions instead of minimizing them. And build communities where vulnerability is safe. That's so important. Stigma breaks fastest in small circles, families, workplaces, friend groups. Create spaces where people can share without fear. Celebrate honesty and emotional courage. And offer support instead of solutions when someone opens up. They don't need you to necessarily fix it. They just need you to support them. And advocate for better systems. Stigma isn't just personal, it's also structural. And support mental health policies. Encourage workplaces to offer mental health days. It's so important. And promote education in schools and communities. All of these things are vital to helping break the mental health stigma in society. I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.